Hi everyone, we're back again with more crochet stitches. This time I'm going to show you a half double crochet. Again, we are still in US terms. So, we have shown you previously single crochet. We get quite a small stitch, quite tight. We have done the double crochet, which is a lot taller because it's twice the height. So we are now going to go for one that is in the middle of the two. This stitch starts like all the others with our slip stitch, and it starts with a chain. As previously, I am going to chain 10. And then as before, we do need our turning chain for a half double crochet. Personally, I tend to only chain one as a turning chain. You can chain two, it is personal preference on how tight your work is. So in this example, I am only using one as a turning chain for half double crochets. This stitch is very, very similar to the double crochet that we covered before. We just miss a step at the end. So, as before, we have only done one turning chain for this one, so we are going to work into this one, and as is my preference, I am going to work into that one single loop. So for a half double crochet, we start the same. We're going to hook our yarn, we're going to go through our loop, we're going to hook our yarn and pull back. Now, the only difference here is when we hook our yarn this time, instead of going through two, hooking a yarn and going through two, we're going to hook our yarn and we're going to pull through all three loops. Just like that, and that is a half double crochet. And we're going to continue this across for all 10. So we hook our yarn, we go through that single loop, we hook our yarn and we pull back, and then this time when we hook our yarn, all three. So we've just missed one step at the end. So we hook, through, hook, back, hook, through all of them. And we're going to carry on like this all the way across. That's 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that is our first row of half double crochets. You can see it is taller than the previous single crochets, but it's also denser, not so many gaps as a double crochet. So we now need to chain and turn. Again, I use one chain, so I'm going to chain once, I'm going to turn, I'm going to skip this first stitch here that's underneath my chain, and I'm going to go for this stitch. So we're going to hook through, we're going to go through under both of those loops of that stitch, hook, pull back, so I've got 3 loops, but then I'm going to hook my yarn and go through all 3. And I'm going to carry this across on all the way across. So hook, through under both of those, hook, pull back through, so I've got 3 loops on my hook, hook, pull through all 3. So hook, through, hook, pull back, hook, go through all 3. And we can keep going all the way. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and as before, because of me skipping that first stitch, we have to make sure we crochet in that first chain we did that's here. So it's a bit harder to see here because there's only one. This is why some people do 2, but I've got that chain there, I've got those 2 loops, which I'm gonna make sure I go under, pull through 3 loops, and then pull through all 3 of them. So that's 2 rows. I'm gonna chain 1 and turn, and I'm going to repeat this all again. So I'm going to skip that one, go through this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then again we need to make sure we are looking at this row below here for this turning chain, so we can go through those 2 loops. So you'll see there's 2 loops on the front, 1 loop on the back, that's what we want, and complete our final stitch. And I'm going to do 1 more row for good measure, and then I'm going to show you the difference between the previous pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we can see that single chain there. 10. So we've got 4 rows there of double. And just to see the comparison, so this here, this is a half double even. So this is our half double crochet. This is our double. So you can see here I've done 4 rows of my half double crochet, same weight yarn, same hook, to my 3 rows here of double for them to be the same size. So this stitch is a lot denser though, so let's take the hook out. So you can see when I pull it there are holes, but they're a lot closer together, whereas when I pull this one those holes are a lot more apparent. And then if I compare this to the single, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 rows roughly, that is the 6 rows to get the same as 3 half doubles or 4 half doubles or 3 doubles. And you can see this one I have to pull quite a lot more to show you those holes. So depending on how dense a project you're making or what you're making will depend on which of these stitches. But yep, we have our single, our half double and our double. I hope this helps, and I will come back with some more stitches soon or some simple projects, and if there's anything you would like me to demonstrate, please let me know. Bye!